And indeed, we spoke of the neutrality of the term king, and with the changes to that term, it remains that way. That was the question, it remains that way. In fact, those ordinances that now refer to the king, like our Constitution, for example, that goes back to when there was a king, and so that is neutral, it remains neutral, and all changes from queen to king now will be neutral, regardless to what in the future. So we used the term king even while we had a queen, and that has not changed, and now it fits. The deadline and why the urgency, and I think that several members of parliament have asked that this point be stressed and elucidated, and before doing so, let me, for the sake of the listening and viewing public, indicate what changes or to what ordinances changes are being proposed, and what are these kind of changes. We look at the attorney ordinance, the advocatenlandsverordening. In that ordinance, reference is made to in name of the queen, in naam der koningin. So that's one of the changes that will now become with the approval of this ordinance, in name of the king. You have the labor regulation. In there, it speaks of the birthday of the queen, and we want that to be replaced by the birthday of the king. You have the so-called publication ordinance, and in there again, you meet the term, the sentence, the statement, in name of the queen, and that too will be changed. The very well-known element, the ordinance that governs the civil servants, also refers to the birthday of the queen, and that needs to be changed. We have the ordinance regulating the labor registry, reference to the birthday of the queen. The maritime inspection ordinance also speaks of a declaration, or oath, if you wish, to the queen, and that needs to be changed. We have, again, the ambtenarenrechtspraak, that needs to be changed as far as the birthday of the queen is concerned. We have the commerce code, where reference again is made to the birthday of the queen. And we have the audit chamber, and where reference is made again to the queen. So these are the specific ordinances that are changed. And again, I wish to repeat that, are these the only ordinances or the only changes to be made? No, you also have them to be done, changes to be done to ministerial decisions, ministerial beschikkingen, so decisions of a general nature, and landsbesluiten ham, so decrees of a general nature. But those, of course, are in the realm of the government to make the changes, and this particular ordinance is of the parliament to make the adjustments. So the neutrality remains once approved. The matter of the date, why today? If we take into consideration the 6 weeks time that is necessary for the ombudsman to do due diligence, this law would have to be promulgated by the 18th of March. That is where the urgency of the timing comes into play. Between now, Parliament's handling and promulgation, certain actions need to take place, and that is why we consider the time very short between now and promulgation, but we believe it is possible. Between now and the 18th of March, but we believe it is possible. So there is, of course, that time pressure, but what this has done, because of the time pressure, and because of the ombudsman's role that is included in ordinances, the 6 weeks period, it also has put us ahead of all the other countries in the kingdom where this matter is concerned. All other countries are making these changes to their laws, but because we needed to take into account that 6 weeks period, we are ahead. And we believe we are the first one to be at Parliament with this at this time. So that's that's a small benefit with respect to having to consider the 6 weeks.